Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Tampa. This will be fielded inside the 5. To the air right away is Brady. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Here's Brady to throw. Finding Otten once more. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Inside handoff now to Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady.
This one taken in by Otten. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Hey, we gotta go score.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest-Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bengals are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Hey, check it. 50.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Cover.
From the gun, it's Brady.
Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught. Touchdown.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 7-7, our score after 1. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Once again, they run with Mixon.
And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Here we go.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
11-90.
Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
One, ready?
First down. Here's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Brady going to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now it's Mixon running right.
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 41, Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 1, ready?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go!
Here's Burrow. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, now Brady. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Chris Godwin.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point put through by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the and now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
After the pick six, here's Burrow again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock. But now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, mix it again, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Here we go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
11-90.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Brady.
This one taken in by Otten.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Brady now on 1st down.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Brady to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Credit that to the former Texas Longhorn, Joseph Osai, who got in there, but found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Flush to his right. And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up. Pow! Knocked him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Burrow going to keep it himself.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Bengals 31. McPherson with the kickoff.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Hey, 66.
They'll run it again with Fournette.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He completes it to Evans.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
At their own 18-yard line.
I'm wondering.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the front.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Again, it's Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
11.
Now it's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 2.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you put it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
On 3rd down, Burrow. The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line.
11.
To the air again, Burrow. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated, And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Go, go.
Throwing on third. Gone. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling. Has
to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Burrow looking to pass. And again, that's Hurst. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is caught. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd from 3 yards out. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Goff. And he fires
Fires one, but incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Charles, normally when you see a group